Welcome to Something Cast. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Sean. And welcome to the first pilot cast of...
Podcast. The Something Cast.
It's the first pilot something of the cast. So, right before we recorded this, we were looking
We had a great story that would have been awesome if we, thought of this... if this event had actually occurred, 2 minutes later, while we'd started recording and we rolled with it, because it was amazing. We were gonna shoot a sketch later. We needed to find the battery the battery charger for the camera.
Yeah, I was looking for the charger for the battery on the camera so I could charge it. And we're... looking all over the fucking house, and I'm looking through the drawers, and there's this box from these batteries that is they were the wrong type of batteries for the camera that I ordered. And of course the woman, she put the fucking charger in the wrong box
because she doesn't understand. She clean, but Sean and I, we understand. We have a similar organization system. We used to live together multiple times, and what you might think is an empty Cheetos bag that is trash, should be thrown away, is the marker of where my camera battery charger is. It's like the X on a map. If you take it off, I don't know where the fuck it ends. It just circles the lines.
It's like your quest marker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I'm gonna take this bag of Cheetos. This tells me that if I need to complete the quest of charging the camera battery later,
it's right there.
It's the damn marker. We've been playing too many fucking Bethesda games recently. I apologize for the analogy. I don't. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right.
So good.
All right. So. One thing I wanted to bring up is we're not doing the Christmas episode yet, but one thing I did want to talk about before getting to the Christmas episode later on this month is, what was your favorite toy as a child?
Nice. I like it. What about, alright, hold on. I got a good one. Most disappointing Christmas gift.
No. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
That's for the Christmas episode.
Okay.
We're saving that for the Christmas episode.
Okay, I gotcha.
But what was your favorite toy as a child? See, mine was, when I was a kid, I don't remember if I got it for Christmas or my birthday or whatever, but I had this giant sewer setup for my Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
And it actually had the ooze that you could put into it.
Dude, I was all about the real Ghostbusters cartoon show back in the day.
See, I was too. I've
shown a age. But anywho, so I had the fucking Ecto 1, and I had the Firehouse. But the Firehouse, it had these slits in it. And it came with the slime, for the slime to go through, and I just remember that shit smelled terrible.
Oh, it was. I think it was actually toxic, and that's why they took it off the market.
That makes some sense.
I think it was actually making...
You know what? This is a good topic, though, now that we're on. What do you think about the new Ghostbusters, what you've heard about it so far?
All I've seen are, the screenshots with, the 4 chicks. But I've seen a bunch of hoax footages too, up on Twitter, where people have been editing random actors' faces onto Ghostbuster outfits.
That's awesome.
And
that's gonna be me later this afternoon. I'm gonna do
that. there was one that had, it was Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and Michael Cera.
Oh, I'm gonna do one with the regular show cast
and some black guy. But he'll be added in later in the movie with the cast. That's a reference to Winston.
Winston I don't know why
he was never planned to be in Ghostbusters.
I don't know why that joke didn't make sense to me at first. I just rolled with it and kind of laughed. But then I realized that didn't make sense to me, because that means I'm not even a little racist. I just saw him as a Ghostbuster. I judged him not by the color of his skin, but the designs on his jumpsuit and his proton bag.
I don't know, man. If there's a steady paycheck involved, I'll believe anything you say. But
tell him about the Twinkie.
He was. See, the thing is they can't even call that racist, because the part for Peter Venkman was originally written for what was it, Eddie Murphy.
I thought Peter Venkman's part was originally for John Belushi, and then he played it. He tried to act it as he thought his friend would. That's why he's kind of silly and stuff.
Well, I had heard that the part was originally written for Eddie Murphy. Because it's supposed to be the silly, over the top part.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know why. After watching Ghostbusters for the bazillionth time, I just imagine that's Bill Murray in real life.
Yeah, I know. God, you and I have seen Ghostbusters 50,000 times.
Is it fate?
Is it karma?
That's one of my favorite parts of the movie because they make you think they're gonna break out into a song.
That's my favorite part. Yeah, I just remember for some reason I chose like that scene like when we were doing stuff in college.
God, what?
Call it luck, call it.
See, I chose the scene where they were actually chasing Slimer around the hallways.
Yeah.
And I had written this commercial, and it was a Starburst commercial. That's what it was. Was it Star? No, it was a Mentos commercial. That's what it was. Because like, what it was like where Peter Venkman gets slimed by Slimer. And they're like, Venkman, are you okay? And he picks up the Mentos thing and smiles, and it does like the shimmer on the teeth. I'm like, that's brilliant marketing. Fresh goes better with Mentos, fresh and full of life. Get this damn slime off me, damn it.
So, did you also hear that I think he said that he's going to play a character in the new movie, but he's like a guy that's trying to debunk them.
Really?
Yeah, as opposed to playing Venkman.
I don't know if I could take that role seriously.
I know. I'm not gonna... See, it'd be better if he just wasn't in it, and then I could just, like, pretend... And I could just pretend. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, the other Ghostbusters, they still exist or whatever, this is after. But now that he's in it, I don't know, it shatters some...
Yeah, because, like, alright, if I'm in the theater, like, opening night watching the movie... And, like, I see the Ghostbusters trying to be all, like, doing their Ghostbuster thing. And then you've got Bill Murray, air quotes, you couldn't see the air quotes, but Peter Venkman going, ghosts aren't real. I'd be like, bullshit! Like, in the middle of the theater.
Venkman, like, I've seen you bust them. I have seen you literally bust ghosts.
I have the footage right here.
I can put you there, man. This will not hold up in court. I'm gonna get that guy that really disliked you in the second one and locked you all up.
Oh yeah,
in the straitjackets. He's in a lot of... Yeah. Oh, he plays one of the angels in Supernatural. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna bring up.
Zachariah, maybe?
Yeah.
Is the character in there?
I think he was Gabriel. No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't Gabriel.
Was the trickster.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Look, you've had time to watch.
Oh yeah, you've literally, it's a decade, man.
It's like whenever I talk about heroes, they're like, don't spoil it. I was like, you've had so long to watch all of it. If you haven't watched it by now, you're a freaking commie, and you weren't planning on watching.
Yes, because everybody knows communists take forever to catch up on shows. That's how you know. Better dead than red. All right.
Well, isn't that because like a lot of TVs like banned in their countries?
I don't know.
Because
if I haven't seen it, it's new to me.
I haven't seen it, it's new to me. But no, there's a lot of countries where they ban like American TV. Like I know in like Australia, like they can't watch Family Guy like at all.
Yeah, and in like West Virginia.
It's okay. Nobody lives in West Virginia. All right, have you ever seen like those like cell phone coverage maps where they show like the coverage? There's actually like a hole in it where West Virginia is.
It's just like a blank spot.
Yeah. And it's true because I've driven through West Virginia before, and like 90% of my drive, my cell phone did not get any kind of signal or service.
Damn, could you imagine how scary that would be? I'm not saying anything bad about the South or anything in particular, just, think Deliverance for a second. And like, could you imagine, like, you're coming from a party, you're slightly buzzed, and like, you're going through, and like, as soon as like right before your cell phone drops, you're like, oh man, it's getting kind of dark. Full moon, and then you look to like check your phone, like no more cell phone coverage, and you've got like 2 hours through West Virginia. That's scary.
I think that's why a lot of horror movies take place in West Virginia.
I mean, like now I want to write one, like, and it's not. I'm gonna like even like break stereotypes and shit. There's not gonna be like any like hillbilly redneck bullshit and none of that crap. It's just gonna be the mere fact that there's a 2-hour fucking stretch and a drive that goes through West Virginia with no coverage.
It's just gonna be called Cell Phone, Why Did You Fail Me? That's going to be the title of the horror movie. And it's going to be you struggling for 2 hours trying to get cell service.
Yeah. And it'll be like a bunch of like fake out scares where it's like, where like you think of something that's like never going to happen and you're like, oh my God. And then like, and maybe like make the audience believe it's like, no, of course not. You're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, yes, people get killed out in the middle of nowhere, but how many times do people get stranded out in the middle of nowhere like that and someone comes along and like gives them a ride to the Exxon?
It would have to be like...
Which is probably how the movie would actually end.
It would have to be like real life horror situations, like you running from like a bear, and like you like stopped on the side of the road and you like smoked a bowl and got like really hungry, so you like fashioned together like a bow and arrow out of shit in your car, and you're out there trying to kill a deer because you're just like starving to death. That's how I imagine imagine that going
And that's smart. I would kill the deer first, because then I could take its antlers, and I would have better melee weapons.
You're thinking 2 RPGs, son.
Well, I mean,
that sounds very, like, that sounds like a
I mean, that's how I
weapon.
would survive it. I would commit. I'd be like, this is a game, man. This is a game.
Well, I mean, depending on what kind of shit you had, it probably would be a game in your head.
Exactly.
So, going on the tangent
This could be scary, or I could turn this into Mario. No.
Going on the tangent of horror movies now. What is, like, your least favorite horror movie?
Least favorite horror movie? I don't know. I almost feel like that's gonna have to be... I feel like... I don't know yet, but I feel like whatever I pick has to be something that was a disappointment. Was something that, like, I thought was gonna be really good, and then wasn't. Because, I mean, you know... it's my genre. I love this genre, I do, but, like, it's so oversaturated. If you're a true horror fan, you know, and, like, especially if you're watching, like, everything that's coming out, you're gonna sift through a bunch of shit. So that's just something that you kind of accept. So, like, you know, when something looks good and it just ends up being a bunch of shit, too, that's why, for me, like, I've got a bunch of the reverse. So I'm just like, this movie looks terrible. Oh, my God. Like, I don't know, you go first.
Although there's also the movies, like, that you think are gonna be fucking terrible,
and they're really good. Like that's
like Jennifer's Body. Like when we went and saw that in theaters.
I mean, a lot of people still think that's a terrible movie. I mean, I loved it.
It's a terrible movie, but the joke was. Remember the one joke where they're singing. 86753
and then they're just singing it, and then just like
Jenny, I've got your number. I sacrifice you to Satan.
Basically.
I'm gonna make you mine.
Yeah, don't they just like finish it too? I can't.
86753.
I just remember
while they were singing 86753.
I know he just stabs her.
They were just stabbing her like repeatedly.
No, funniest memory I have about that is like that was when we were in film school, and I remember we were both staying at the school really late working on projects, and we were gonna go see like the last showing the night it opened. And my dad called me when I was leaving, getting ready to get on the subway, and he was like, "What are you doing tonight?" And I was like, "I'm gonna go see Jennifer's Body," and he was just like, "Nice." I was like, "It's a movie, Dad," and he's like, "Nice." Man, like a few words, my dad.
It's like a porn flick, but it's about like necrophilia.
Actually, there's a movie called Necromantic that I haven't seen, but I've heard good things about. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, have you ever heard of like those freaking like people that work in like funeral
I
homes?
knew where you were going. Yes, and the wife ends up finding out.
No. You know how a lot of them get caught?
Maggots,
they go
right?
to the doctor and they get like maggots all up in their
That's terrible.
It's like
that's terrible.
I just imagine them back there like putting like makeup on them and shit, and they're like,
I don't want to imagine that.
They're like, "Hey baby, I made you look sexy."
Oh man, they put on some like romantic music and have like lights up and like, "Oh, it's date night, baby, it's date night."
And then you hear like zombies.
All right, this is a movie. Oh, no, that'd be great. And we follow this guy, this random fucking sicko. Zombie apocalypse happens. He just happens to be our hero. We're just following this sick fuck.
Yeah,
like, how great would that be?
No, because he would probably die early in the movie.
He would. He'd keep trying to fuck him.
The opening scene would be like him fucking a corpse, and then it like reanimates, and then just like bites his throat out, and it's like credits roll.
Oh my God! Have you seen
Karma's a bitch.
Have you seen Contracted?
What the fuck is that?
Oh, we're gonna watch it, but there's spoiler alert. But anybody that's seen it. There's a scene that's going to happen in there, and you know which one I'm talking about. The one that I'm going to walk out on and smoke a cigarette while Sean has to watch it. And fuck it, I'll tell you what it is. Our buddy Justin I lived in New York with for a while, he loves horror movies like I do. God! I would always get him to watch it with me. Now hold on, so we're sitting there. Alright, so the whole thing's basically a 30-day period. This chick is like slowly becoming a zombie, and at one point she's having sex. Maggots in the vagina.
Aww.
I mean, it's very graphic. It's very.
Now I don't know if I
disturbing.
can sit down.
But that's why you gotta watch it, man. I mean, it's like all that shit like back in the day. The like 2 girls, 1 cup. It's like at least you know this shit ain't real.
Yeah. But I watched it twice in a row.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, and that was real. Like, if you know this isn't.
Yeah.
Then, it's not as bad.
They were like, it has to be real, because how did they do, like, all the, like, poop effects?
I know!
And it's like, dude, if you...
I want to talk about this now.
If you've watched enough, like,
Gross.
Angry Video Game Nerd, you can do fake poop all day.
Yeah.
But then, like, immediately after we watched that video...
Oh, there was a while where DOS was the one fueling the fucking fire behind that. Like, we were all just, like, doing reaction videos, watching, like, the worst things. Like, I've seen things I can't unsee. Like...
Yeah. But it was the video of the dude, like, chopping his...
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of! Oh, God, that was a dare. I wish I could unsee it.
Like, we're
all just, like, holding our junk and, like, just, like, rocking back and forth.
And you're like, please tell me this isn't real. And it's like the whole time I'm sitting here asking.
I was like, it can't be real! It can't be real!
Oh God, not the hatchet! Not the hatchet!
That shit's still up on YouTube. We need to, like, link to that. Like, not the actual video, dear God. No, our reaction video.
Oh God, that's
our reaction video.
Old video. That's from like 8 years ago.
Fickle Ferret days, son. Represent.
The Fickle Ferret. That was a little sketch comedy show that was terrible.
One day we'll have to resurrect it and, like, have it be good. I don't know, like, there were little gems. There were little things in there that were funny.
The knife sketch with Chris walking in the
Yes! Alright, so, I mean, and all this shit's on YouTube. You can find the Fickle Ferret episodes. But anyway, so there's this, the Robot Chicken kind of style, really quick sketches, and it was just a few of us. And our buddy Justin, there's a commercial that starts out where he's like about to kill himself with this big knife, and then when the announcer comes in, he throws the knife down the stairs behind him. And then later, our friend Chris walks in the door, and we're like, wouldn't it be funny if we, like, kind of cut from that, and that knife falls right in front of Chris's face? So we got the actual knife, and we're like, we're gonna do this. Another thing you should know about Fickle Ferret production is that from the moment we start drinking heavy.
Which I'm kind of pissed because I forgot to grab a beer before we started shooting.
Oh, dude, go grab a beer. Sean will be right back.
I'm getting a beer. I'm going for the kitchen.
So, I mean, fuck it, it's my story anyway. This was like a month before Sean joined Fickle Ferret back in the day. And, so I'm drunk, and I'm standing up, the top here, and my buddy, probably about, like, I don't know, maybe like 12 feet or so at least, 15, and I'm drunk, and my buddy's about to walk through the door, and I've got to drop a knife, like 15 feet, like 2 inches away from him. And you know that shit's not going to happen in one take, because we wanted it. We're like, no, that's got to go point in to the floor. Like, it's got to be perfect. So we had to do it like 3 or 4 times. Like, I'm really, like, drunk. I'm up here, and, like, I'm dropping it. And it was great, because you know that when Chris screams, that shit was for real. Like...
And didn't he, like, leap, like, 5 feet off the ground?
Like 5 feet, yeah, he's like, ah! Like,
I mean, I would too. If I had to do I don't know if I could do it.
What's funny is
Chris has got some balls.
I don't know that Chris would let me do that now. But, I mean, he's still a really chill guy, but, like, I don't know. I just don't...
It's like the concept of Jackass.
Yeah.
Where, like... In all the early Jackass stuff.
When you're younger, you just really don't care. You don't. You still have that mentality of no matter what happens, everything's gonna be okay.
But the concept behind, like, the newer Jackass stuff is they're older and they have, like, wives and kids.
Yeah, and like it's been years since they've done. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, the third one was amazing.
Yeah, because I think that added to it because they legit.
Yeah, they really did not want to do this anymore.
Yeah,
but they know it too. They were in paycheck. I'm sure it was a really big factor.
I'm sure they needed the money because Jackass has been off the air for so long. I'm surprised.
Viva La Bam went on for a long time though. Ish.
What was Viva La Bam? I know I'm gonna get fucking crucified.
You never watched it? It's pretty funny. I mean, it's one of those shows.
Oh wait, was that the one where he was just like pranking people? And,
yeah, like, it was literally just him and like his best friends, like Dunn and a couple other people, and it was just him. Really, it was just like them hanging out. But like they would always do pranks and stuff, like particularly like on his uncle and that kind of thing.
Yeah, like they would just do stupid shit all day.
It was pretty funny. It was one of those things like, you know, you just kind of like smoke and you're just like, huh, oh bam, your uncle's stupid.
But see, the thing is, I like stuff like that. I like stuff that has, like, you know, some of that stuff was staged.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
But I like that stuff that has a real feel to it, where it's like just a bunch of people hanging out and like doing this stuff. Like I like seeing, like, especially like with famous people when they put out videos of them just doing like everyday things. Those videos kind of give them like a, I don't know, like,
you're like, oh yeah, they're just a person.
They're just a regular guy. Which whenever you see like a like a famous person like out on the street, they don't want you to like run up and be like, "Oh my god, I'm such a big fan. Will you sign my team?"
Yeah, because they just want to be a normal person. Yeah.
Like there are actually like people out there that despise that stuff. Like when you go, like when you see like a famous person, like you just say, "Hey man, you do good work. You can take it easy, man." That's
keep
all I
on
want to
going.
hear. And they're like, "That guy was cool." You go with like this.
That would be cool. That would be all. You just walk. Yeah, like I could see it. Like you're in New York and like you're just like walking down, and you just see somebody, and you're like, "Hey man," or you're like, you see Bill Murray, it's like, "Loved you in Ghostbusters. Have a good day, sir." And you keep going, and it's like, right on.
Yeah, it was like every year we actually I used to go to MagFest when I was up in DC. I had
I hope I can go this year. I haven't been since the very first one.
yeah, and you just meet all kinds of like random famous people there and stuff like that. And they're chill. Like they want you to come up and say hi and like take a quick picture and stuff like that. Like it's cool.
Well, and not to like be prejudiced against two kinds of famous, but these are YouTube famous people.
Yeah.
I mean, which I hold in just as high regard as anything else.
Well, no,
in fact, even higher because like you made everything, you did it all on your own, just you and your friends.
They have
I respect it, and like you can even become millionaires, but it's still different.
Well, they have like bigger stars there too. Like they have. I remember one year they had the guy that did the voice for Duke Nukem.
That's awesome. What's his name?
I cannot fucking remember for the life of me. Google that shit. I mean something that
something that. No.
I had to make the reference to the new season of Arrested Development. It's like you should something that, and they have like it's obvious it's the Google screen and the whole thing is like blurred out. Which
John St. John, can't trust him, two first names.
and apparently he's a saint.
Yeah, John, Saint of Johns.
I am John, Saint of Johns. Worship me, I am John.
I am the John
I'm
of John,
John
that has ever Johned.
All right. So, what was the other thing I was talking to you about earlier? Oh, that's right. Like we were looking for
this spawned from the West Virginia thing.
No, we were looking for the camera battery, and I called you Chuck. And you were
Oh
like,
yeah, and then I got like really,
and I was like, you look like a Chuck.
we were doing like squiz guy voices and stuff, and then like like playing, and all of a sudden like I dropped my accent, and I'm like, do I really look like a Chuck? Like, because I don't think I want to look like a Chuck.
No,
I mean, nothing against
voice.
Chucks.
I was doing the
Oh,
Chucky
yeah.
voice, and I was
Oh wowee!
it's like, oh look at me, my name is.
I said squiz guy.
My name is Sean's, but your name is Chuck. You got the looks like a Chuck.
Oh, what do I look like a Chuck? Do I look like a Chuck? I don't want to look like a Chuck. I mean, that's pretty much how it went down.
And you were like,
That's
what?
legitimately
Because of my long
considered.
hair? Do I look like a serial killer / murderer? They got
Oh yeah,
stuck into a doll?
I remember now because you said Chuck, like Chucky, and I was like, is it because I have long hair? Is it because Charles Lee Ray had long hair? Do I look like a rapist, murderer, robber with long hair who eventually puts his soul in the body of a doll that is also
Sometimes played by midgets.
Yeah, exactly what he said.
It's, like, people are like, let's be all politically correct. We're called little people. And it's like...
Well, that just sounds insulting.
Yeah, that actually sounds more insulting because little people sounds like you're less than a person.
Short people got...
Midget sounds like a term that just describes, like, how tall you are. Where little people sounds like you're actually, like, way less than a regular person.
Wouldn't it be awesome if they liked tiny people? Because then I think you would have, like... Even, like, that'd be, like, a big court case. Like, even, like, lawyers just be like, no, you can't call yourself tiny people. Like, no.
See, if I was, like, if I was, like, really short like that, I'd grow out, like, a really long beard and call myself a dwarf.
I was gonna say, yeah, would you start, like, mounting and shit? No, you just get a pickaxe, you always have it with you. Like, never mind. Like, you never use it. You just...
Hi-ho, it's up here. Then you, like, die because, like, the small people don't live as long as, like fully grown people. I don't know what the fucking term for that is. What are we? Are we like fully grown, regular sized people?
We're normies, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay. So did you see that thing on Twitter about the Reese's Christmas trees?
No.
So people were posting on Twitter about like how their Reese's Christmas trees didn't look like Christmas trees. And like
Did it at least taste like a Reese's cup?
Well, I'm getting to that. They were getting mad about it. So Reese's decides to do this smart-ass campaign in response to it. And it was hashtag all trees are beautiful.
Alright, that's good.
And I was like, nobody can disagree with it because if they disagree, all the feminazis have to admit they were wrong. And you know that's not gonna happen.
That's awesome.
I actually saw that online like yesterday. Like I was reading like an article about it.
That's really brilliant.
So like instead of like fixing their trees, they just put up a campaign. This is all trees are beautiful. Because some of them just look like blobs or like little turds. Like people were.
Oh, they do, but they still taste like Reese's.
People were getting legitimately mad about it.
I mean, like, I don't know about you. When I'm opening up a Reese's Christmas tree, I'm not like, look, guys, it's so beautiful. It looks like a tree. I'm like, there's chocolate and peanut butter in there, and soon it can be in my mouth, and that's all that matters.
Oh my god.
What do you have, chocolate and peanut butter?
I bought Reese's Christmas trees.
Yeah! And now we can unwrap them and talk about how they look like little turds and not trees, but how trees are beautiful.
All right, go in the cabinet and get them because I. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna unwrap a couple of these, and then we're gonna flash some photos up during the podcast of what our Christmas trees actually look like, and then we'll put the
This
photo.
is like, you know, when you look on like IGN and stuff and there's video game unwrappings.
Yeah.
This is like Reese's unwrapping. And it's even more exciting because now you have to visualize it yourself and you just can't hear that crinkle. I'm opening like, it's one of those big 6-pack things.
Yeah, you have to take your phone and like take pictures of like each one we open up.
Alright, okay, here we go.
Okay, so
You can open yours first.
I'm opening my tree. So we're gonna see if these actually
Alright,
look.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Alright.
Alright, let's open it.
I can't get it open. See, mine actually kind of looks like a tree.
I mean, it looks a little bit more like a turd than a tree. It looks like a turd that's kind of shaped like a tree.
I don't know. This looks a lot more like a tree than like the one.
I mean, I've seen them that look way less like a tree than that. It looks enough like a tree to where you shouldn't be bitching about how it doesn't look like a tree.
All I know is these things are fucking delicious. I don't know what it is about like the holiday-based Reese's. Oh my god, that's so good. But they taste better. Have you ever noticed that?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, mine looks pretty much exactly like yours.
Yeah, they actually do look like trees. And like a lot of the responses were like, they were like, "Does this look like a tree to you?" Like people were posting those on Twitter. Like after this, we may actually have to do like another like Reese's unboxing video
For the YouTubes.
just so we can do it and like post it on. We're gonna post it on Reese's Twitter. Keep an eye out for it.
Okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. if Reese's was just like, hi.
But
I'm just like, oh my god, it's chocolate and peanut butter. It's exactly what I expected.
But you know what I mean? Like they taste better than like the regular Reese's, like the holiday ones do. And I think it's because they have more peanut butter.
I think you're right.
It almost tastes like the peanut butter is like a peanut butter like with like a chocolate mixture in it, almost like a
Oh,
fudge.
it's so good.
But yeah, we'll put put links to those photos up, and then after this podcast, we're gonna shoot a small like vlog video of us unboxing like Reese's, just to link to the Reese's Twitter.
Because I don't know if we did tell the end of that story. We did find the camera charger.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I was like, we are gonna have charge for the camera. We will be able to shoot things today.
I always remember, like, especially in college and stuff, people always be like, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm shooting. And they're like, they assume guns. Like, I've never even fired a gun.
I've fired a gun before, but I do not own a gun.
Yeah, I've never fired a gun. I don't really like guns.
There's actually a funny story. This actually involves Seth, his brother, and Levi. And like me and Seth went outside because like they were in the backyard shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're shooting and they're like kind of hitting the target. So Seth goes up and he takes the handgun and he puts 3 right in the center bullseye. And they were like, "You suck." So Seth hands the gun to me. I put 3 right in the center of the target. They're like, "You guys suck." And they're like,
"You're like, no, you guys suck."
They were like. People say it's nothing like video games. That's bullshit. The only reason I could even shoot that gun is because of video game.
I only knew it was a gun because of video games.
That's how I knew which end to hold. Not action movies. Not Seagal movies. Not Terminator movies. Oh god, the new freaking Terminator movie.
I've not seen it.
It was atrocious.
Was it? Wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger like actually in it?
Yeah, it was still atrocious. Everything after 2 has been god awful. But how can you live up to 2? It's considered like the greatest,
one of the greatest action movies ever made.
All time. And you know the funny story about the liquid metal Terminator in that movie?
What? Is it later he ends up getting reprogrammed and works with Scully in the X-Files?
No.
Okay.
No, the reason that they did the liquid metal Terminator is that was a new effect they had just got on their computer. And like, so they wanted to utilize it. And like when they did like this blob that they could like kind of form like however they wanted, it had that like metally look to it. Like they were experimenting with some like of the computer animation stuff. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of happened. They were like, let's use this. This will be awesome. Cool. Let's do a goddamn liquid metal Terminator.
Save. Right. Now rendering will be done in 2 years. Right. I was just thinking mid-90s rendering time.
That was the whole wait time for Terminator 2 was just rendering the effects. I'm sure they did that's why they didn't do a whole lot of the liquid metal Terminator stuff. Like a lot of it was like him taking gunshots and you'd see like the little like pockets. But those were like little things that they melted and like put onto his outfit.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like
where
I'm sure they did that when he had like the blade at one point too.
Mm-hmm. And like when he's chasing the car and he actually hooks the hooks onto the back. That's like a stunt double that actually has like metal hooks that he's got on the back of the car.
That'd be awesome if it was a stunt double who actually had metal hooks for hands.
That would be awesome. I'd call him Wolverine stunt double.
Nice.
Call me Wolverine.
Shuggy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We reference a lot of stuff on this show.
It's gonna happen.
But then we're all gonna get swifty.
You're gonna get swifty.
Never stolen from Rick and Morty.
Take off your pants and your panties and shit on the floor. Since we are like at a half-hour mark, we should take a quick intermission and smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
Because they won't even know the difference, except, they'll know because we told them.
It does continue.
It does.
And we continue with the podcast.
What? No, we have the stopwatch thing app, and like the options were weird because it was like restart. And then, and I don't know, they both sounded like they were going to clear it out.
Oh, see.
I'm just saying.
Alright, so you wanted to talk about something.
Oh, I remember now. Have you heard of that movie? I can't remember what it's called now, but I'm pretty sure it recently came out in theaters. It was originally going to be called Kitchen Sink. And it's literally got, like aliens and vampires and zombies and everything in it. And I'm pretty sure, I might be mistaken, but it had like a lot of funny people in it. Like I'm pretty sure like Bob Odenkirk was in it and stuff. Like it looked awesome, but I remember IMDb gave it like a pretty bad review and stuff.
Speaking of Bob Odenkirk, Bob and David
on
Netflix. If you haven't watched it yet, it's amazing and you should watch it like right now.
Yeah, I'll have to.
It only has like 4 actual episodes. Like,
oh really?
I guess they're gonna continue it. I don't know if they got canceled or they're going to continue with the series, but it was very Tim and Eric, which is funny because Bob Odenkirk was one of the producers on Tim and Eric.
Which makes sense.
Like the intro itself is just fucking trippy.
Oh yeah, it's really trippy.
God, I would love to make something like that.
Get the green screen.
So if you get the green screen, we could make something like that for like the intro of the sketch comedy thing we're gonna be doing.
We should, yeah, kind of like a Tim and Eric.
Because we're gonna be doing another show on the channel where it's just gonna be like random sketches that are just gonna be uploaded like one at a time, just like quick sketches we put together.
On the YouTube.
Like whenever we have like cool or fun ideas, we're just gonna like shoot it, edit it, and upload it for your viewing entertainment. Because that's what we are. Not gay.
Your face.
And then we went outside for a moment, and like the dog was running around the yard, and like the mailman had just got here, and he was running back and forth, and every time he went back and forth,
he wrapped the leash around something else. So it was like each time he would go to the right, he'd have less leash, and then he'd run back to the left, and he'd have even less. So it was just
it was like It's like a typewriter, but then you have to like reset it to like give yourself like length again.
I really wanted to kind of just like leave him out there and see how many hours it took before he like rectified the situation. Or actually, he's dumb enough. He'd probably just come out and he'd be like dead, just like hung. Like
No, I've actually left him outside before, and like where he's got stuck on things, he's had like 0 leash. Like he's just been laying there because he couldn't walk or move.
It's just right from a tree. Like literally, all you have to do is just like walk in the opposite direction.
Doggy's dumb. But I love my big stupid puppy. So, all right. One more thing I want to talk about with horror is I still haven't got to watch it yet, but you were talking about where you watched the movie Gravy.
Oh, Gravy! It's good. I liked it a lot actually. It's really funny. I thought it was gonna have more Sarah Silverman in it than it did because she was hardly in it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
The reason I liked it so much is because I like the show Psych.
That's why you like the idea of it. You haven't seen it? Haha! Watch one before you. No, it's good. Dule Hill, and I forget the name of the guy that plays Sean.
It's is it like James Roday or something?
Yes, James Roday and Dule Hill. They're both Yep. I won't spoil it, but they're both briefly in it. They cameo.
They cameo, but they were the ones that wrote it and
directed it, which I think is cool. I like to think they're like best friends in real life.
They are.
And he's actually married to the chick that plays Juliet in real life too.
That's awesome. So he just like either like they met during the show or they started dating before, and he just like wrote her into the show.
We love that show so much. We were literally considering becoming private detectives. Like we looked into it. It was like a $400 class. It was going to take like a month of on like 4 Saturdays.
Just like Jessica Jones,
just like Jessica Jones without the superpowers. Yes, it would be just like early 30s females without superpowers fighting crime.
And actually, like I watched all of Jessica Jones.
I watched it in one sitting because when that for our time zone at the time when it hit at 3 a.m. for us, I'd just fallen asleep. I woke up at like 4:30. One sitting.
See, the reason I like the way they're doing the modern like superhero shows is they're making them less about these people's powers.
Yeah, and making it a lot more just about like how much life sucks.
Yeah, their personal struggles and shit like, which that's what I like to see is like, yeah, they're basically humanizing all these heroes because you'd read about them in comic books and you'd always look up to them like they were a famous person with like superpowers.
Since we're getting to that, actually, we can actually even go back to this. But did you hear that Telltale's making a Batman game?
Mm-hmm.
And what's cool about that is I remember what little they said about it. What I was reading is you're going to play as Bruce Wayne some too. So for like, and this, I can really hardly think of any video games where you ever actually get to have to like balance like, story-wise and like your decisions and whatnot that would affect both egos. And I really think that's going to be
So is it
cool.
going to have a scene in it where it's like Bruce Wayne is a little kid where it's like, let your parents be killed or don't let your parents be killed?
But I'm pretty sure
then if they die, you like rewind time over and over to
you're
see
thinking of Life is Strange. That's Life is Strange.
I know, and it's not even Telltale, it's Square Enix.
I know. And that's more in like the style of like Quantic Vision or whatever.
But I really like Life is Strange because I recently just played through the whole thing.
I'm the one that told you about it. I haven't even finished it yet. I'm gonna try to do that today.
Yeah, don't spoil the ending.
Yeah, don't.
Well, you can't spoil the ending, you haven't finished it.
Yeah,
I won't spoil the ending for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
But it was slightly disappointing.
Oh, don't tell me you're slightly disappointing.
I hear that from my parents on a daily basis. I don't need to hear that from you.
Fair enough.
Jackass. It's like, you're slightly disappointing. Thanks, Dad. Love you. It's like, the only reason you're here is because you're a failed abortion.
What?
She missed with the coat hanger. I'm just kidding. Coat hanger abortions are offensive.
They are.
You should use a vacuum cleaner or an ice cream scoop.
And never forget sedation. You need at least a fifth of cheap vodka. At least.
Yeah, but to avoid all that, make sure you wake up the next morning and make the bitch a Plan B omelet. Just in case.
Yeah, I mean...
you go in the kitchen, like, what are you making? Omelets. And then you just, like, you crush up some Plan B and you, like, sprinkle it on top of the omelet and then you, like, put some cheese over top of it.
Why, Sean, you spoke as if you've done this before.
I've never done this before. It's like you kind of hesitated there for a minute. I've never done this before.
College.
But no, like, all right. Speaking of like funny college stories, so there was one party I didn't go to.
Oh, that night. Is this the night the music died?
No, this was it's the doggy bag story.
Yeah, that was the night the music died. Remember? That was the night that I learned that if you leave Pandora unattended for like 2 hours, it just stops and asks you what's up. You've got to remember that. That was one of the most like awkward but like awesome moments ever. Alright, so this girl that I'm seeing, like she's living with some of our friends, a couple floors down, and the other girls in there, they're trying to study for like midterms. And I'm like, she was having a party. I'm like, well, I'll go have a drink, and then I'll just kind of like be like, hey, come on, we need to end this thing or whatever.
Yeah, and you would ask me if I wanted to go.
I did.
I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay in tonight. And I was just like laying down in bed, like I was watching like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, so things go as planned though. I go down there and like I play like a game of cards with them. Within an hour, I got everybody like at bus stops and stuff. Except this one girl that's super drunk and this one guy that's so drunk he's actually passed out. Nobody really knows either one of them, and he's decided that he's gonna sleep like in the bed of the chick that I'm kind of seeing or whatever, and she usually stayed in my room anyway. But we still have this other girl who's not so drunk that she's unconscious, but she's so drunk that I don't know. She was just really drunk. So we come back up and we go into my room, and the way our dorm rooms were set up was like in our room. You'd have like Sean's bed was all the way to one side, mine was all the way to the other. There's probably about maybe, I don't know, 10, 12 feet space in between. We've got the TV up front.
Lights out, lights always out.
Yeah. We got like horror movies on, and like, you know, she just like crawls in bed with Sean. And like, I remember he got up a minute later, I'm like, brought your doggy bag, bro. She was attractive. But like, anyway, so like, you know, we're laying there, we're, you know, both couples like, fooling around and whatnot. And then like, you know, the three of us are making fun of like how dumb the girl that came back with us, like while she's there, doesn't even know, because that's how dumb she was. And like we ended up putting on music, and it was funny, you know. It's kind of like a bonding moment. We're making jokes like, I brought her home for you, dude, like, you know. And then apparently after 2 hours, Pandora is a bitch, and she's like, are you still listening? I'm not sure you're still listening. And you have to actually hit play. But this had never happened to me before. No, that had never happened to me before. So all of a sudden music stops, and what was a really funny story and bonding experience was 4 people in a room fooling around, and it was really awkward. So I just get up, and I'm just like, Sean, like, go to the bathroom, man, eyes forward, and I just get up, and I hit play, jump back in bed, we're good, everybody's good, we're good, we are good.
Good time.
Good times. That is one of my go-to stories. And like, people are like, so what's Sean like? I'm like, well, that's more about how well do you know Sean?
It's like he was the guy that got the girl and he didn't even go to the party.
I know, that was you, man. Like, no, my favorite was a Halloween party.
I still don't know the chick's name. I still call her the doggy bag.
I don't know her name either. You saw her for like 2 weeks after.
No, I didn't.
She made you dinner one night, remember?
That was a different chick.
Oh, okay. Because that was why we decided to fashion the blanket wall.
This girl came back for a party we had the week later.
Oh, yeah, when we were at the bar and we just like, hey, random people. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a party a week later. We actually had the party at the apartment.
We did that all the time. Like, I remember there was one time we had a party. I think I left our party once and went to another party and came back.
No, we were the
party
of that school. So we went to the Art Institute in Washington for film. That's where we both studied film. And everybody there, they were mostly like game design and like...
Everyone was cool, but no one really partied. So we just kind of like would get people to come out and stuff. But there was a bar we always went to, and like everybody knew us because we would always just get drunk, just get up there and like dance. So we got to like know the DJ, and we those 2 guys are having fun. So all the girls get up and everybody starts dancing and stuff because they had a stage. So it's just kind of what we did. People liked us, they'd buy us drinks and stuff. People that worked there because we almost like lived there when we weren't at school and whatnot.
Yeah.
So But what made me think about this is the previous story, actually, because everybody that worked there knew us, but we were usually blitzed before we even got there, and then kept drinking for hours. So I remember it was one Halloween, and a friend of mine was staying with us, and her and us, we went to that bar, and we're outside, and like there's, because you know, like when you're wearing costumes, like all the girls, whatever you are, it's slutty, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And there was a slutty Cookie Monster, which was weird, because I've never wanted to fuck a Muppet before. But I'm standing outside, and she's talking to this other girl, and apparently she worked there, and she's like, oh yeah, and this is Andrew and Sean, they're here all the time. I look at Sean, I'm like, who the hell? I know her? Like, I was about to go ask her name. Like, I didn't. That threw me through a loop.
See, this is one thing that killed you in college. You actually had so much game, and you never followed up on it.
I know, because I was busy. It was college.
It's like it's you're going back to that whole concept where it's like all right, I'm doing a chick, and then you like bust a nut in 30 seconds, and she's like, is that all? It's like, bitch, I got shit to do. It's like, I don't get time for this 2 hours of like cuddling.
No, I had some carryover minutes for that game though. Like when I first moved back, I remember because I was working and I had to train at this job at 5 o'clock in the morning at a different store. But it was Valentine's Day the night before, you know, Lonely Drifter Christmas. So I made my buddy that I was staying with at the time, Chris, was like, no, we're going out tonight, dude. It's Valentine's Day, and like I knew, I knew this. I kind of knew this chick.
Wait.
Other chick. No, yeah, not in a gay way.
No. I'm going.
When you're single, Valentine's Day is.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is when you go out and you like prey on all like the depressed chicks.
Oh, it's
that are out
great,
at the
man.
bar.
It's great because like I know because 8s feel like 5s. It's fantastic. I love it. So it's a
With
holiday.
alcohol, with Valentine's Day and alcohol. All right, so you're 5. Valentine's Day turns 5s into 8s. Alcohol turns 8s into 10s. It's like you're fucking a supermodel, and she's a goddamn 5. And
That's true. No, so all right, so basically we meet these girls and they come back to the apartment and stuff. And there's really not a great follow up story on that. It's just the thing was, I don't know, Valentine's Day. I still had a carryover game. I don't know. There was really not a lot of. I just remember like it was messed up because like the one girl that I knew was like, yeah, why don't you guys come back? I called her to get the other girl's number. But I'm not. I mean, you know, I'm not that guy anymore at all. Like, but.
This AM, yeah,
I'm not. That was mean, man.
I'm not. I'm not either. I'm not. Well, I'm still me.
You're still you.
But I mean, if it got to the point where like I wasn't single anymore for any reason, I would probably go back.
Oh, I mean,
being
yeah,
me.
you'd be that. And if you were that guy again, and we were hanging out all the time, I would probably be that guy again too. That's how it works.
I'm a bad influence.
You are your environment. I like that. You are. I coined that shit. Actually, I probably didn't, but as far as I know, I did. I'm not gonna Google it.
That's probably not even close to an
You are your environment.
It's that whole "you are what you eat." It's like so.
Nah, I'm those little pizza sticks. Really.
I'm cocaine. I'm acid trips. Awesome. Hi, my name is Acid Trips. Would you like to hang with me? Yeah. Best friends.
He's my best friend, my very best friend.
Speaking of that, like, all right, so we're gonna talk about psychedelic drugs for a minute. So
I don't know nothing. Yeah, dude, I know a little bit.
So we're talking
but
about,
it's still been a long time.
We're gonna talk about psychedelic drugs for a minute because psychedelic drugs, you gotta make sure you're in the right environment with people that know what they're doing. Because I was there for Andrew's first moment doing mushrooms.
Oh, when Trevor's room became the Matrix?
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so on the way our apartment worked is there were 2 large bedrooms that had 2 beds in it. And there was 2 bathrooms, so we worked out this system because we had a sunroom that had these sliding glass doors, where the 2 senior-most members of the apartment got the room to themselves.
We had the ghost, which was a guy that lived there that we never saw, because his room had connected to a bathroom and was right next to the door to leave, so we never saw him. We just called him the ghost. Because like you'd be hanging out with someone.
There was one day he tried to kill us because he tried to burn down the apartment.
Oh yeah, well that wasn't on purpose. It was a cooking.
I know,
game.
but like the poltergeist came out and he was like making hot dogs and like he burned.
We're like, it's got a physical form. No, I just remember it'd be really trippy because like you'd be like, hey, it's my apartment, let's chill, you watch TV, and like you know you're hanging out with someone and they're like, oh my god, that door just opened and shut on its own. I'm like, yeah, it goes.
Yeah, he would just go because there was a door that went through the bathroom right near the entrance, so he would always go out of his room that way. But like the sliding glass doors, we put like construction paper all over it, like to cover it up, so you actually had like privacy
to like black it out, basically. And we were like just smoking and chilling with his sister and one of her friends because they went to a college not too far away, and like they just decided to put all these numbers on it so it would look like the Matrix.
But they wrote like little hidden messages.
Yeah, they did. So we called it Trevor's Matrix, and I just remember the first time it was me and one of my buddies when we were just like doing some mushrooms. It's the first time we'd ever done it, and like I just remember we're sitting there and just like it was the Matrix. Like I don't know, like it was just like all the letters, all the numbers and stuff were like doing the code names.
Yeah, I know when Trevor moved out, he actually took the Matrix with him. Like he actually kept all the cardboard pieces.
The best memory of that particular room was Justin's birthday. Do you remember that?
Justin's birthday.
The prank that we pulled, because his birthday is the day after 420, and we decided that we wanted to prank him. So the night before, Trevor and I were like just like hotboxing like in the bathroom because it was the only place that had like the vent thing. So till like midnight for like 2 hours, and we're just like drawing dicks and writing all these messages and stuff, and we put it like in all this like DVD cases and video game cases and all this stuff, and we put it on his bed, and we put it like they're just everywhere. Like we want him finding that shit until he's 80, like stuff that he has for the rest of his life and everything. So I can't remember what the gift was, but like his girlfriend gives him this gift, and we open the doors like right behind him, and we're all dying, but he can't see it, and he's just like, oh, I love you guys, this gift is awesome, like getting like kind of like teary-eyed and shit, and we're just like and he turns around, and there's just like pictures of dicks just like on everything, in everything. Like I think we found one when I was living with him like again in New York, like years after that. Like, man, my legacy lives on.
Okay, so I have to go back to the question I asked in the very beginning, because you never told me what your absolute favorite toy was when you were
my absolute man. I thought I did the Ghostbusters stuff.
Was that your favorite?
Okay, no, I know what it was. The Technodrome.
The Technodrome.
I had the Technodrome, and that was so many pieces. So I had like most of a Technodrome for a long time, but for a while I had the Technodrome.
See, my favorite toy when I was a kid was my giant box full of Legos.
I like my giant box full of Transformers. I had Optimus. I had Beast Wars. I loved Beast Wars.
And I had the morphing Power Rangers action figures where you push the button and their head would flip around.
Morphin' time.
So it actually had like their regular face, and then like when you'd morph them, you push the button.
I remember those.
I fucking love that. And I had a it was like a 2-foot tall Megazord, and you could actually put the Power Rangers action figures into each of the Zords, because you could take the Zord apart, like take each piece of the Zord.
I didn't know they didn't like big enough where you could like actually like put the Rangers.
It was
sick.
It was like $200.
That's
it was like
sick.
the only thing I got for Christmas one day.
I remember when that came out. The thing was like wicked expensive. I was like, I want that.
Like the what was the giant ass Transformer?
There were a bunch.
The one in Generation 1. I can't remember.
It wasn't oh crap, what's his name? Something Kron.
Omicron Persei.
Man, no, this is gonna bug me now. I'm just like,
Well, we'll look it up later. We'll bring it back up in a later podcast when we discover the answer to that question.
I know.
Or leave it in the comments if you know what that Transformer is called, and
like
call us a bunch of faggots who don't know what we're talking about Transformers.
Yay! All
right. So let's see. We're about to wrap this up, so we're gonna do one more thing, and I want to talk about. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Are you ready?
Talk about it.
All right. So, upcoming soon, we're going to be doing the Christmas episode.
Oh, deck the halls, bitch.
And we're already talking about this in the pilot because what's today?
I mean, we're in December. Today it's like the 7th.
It's like the middle of December.
It's middle between like now and
when we're officially starting this. So, we're going to have a Christmas episode soon, and keep an eye out for sketches. And
and other random things that might happen. Because who knows? It's Christmas, motherfucker. Anything can happen.
Christmas is the time of year.
Dreams can come true.
It's the time of year where Santa Claus rises from the grave
to punish little children.
To punish little children and give good children presents.
Yep.
And if the children are bad, he eats their brains
and
in front of their parents, like right against the Christmas tree. Like he decorates their trees with their brains.
Santa's dark, bro.
Like
Santa's dark.
It's like that Krampus movie.
I want to see that so bad. If I had money, I'd be going to see that.
That actually reminds me of like the episode where they covered that in Supernatural.
Oh yeah. If you got an extra $8 to spot me to pay, we should go see Krampus today. Real talk.
I actually do kind of want to see it.
So yeah, I'll have to call my buddy Sean or my buddy Josh up see if he wants to go. It depends on his car.
Yeah, boy.
Might go see Krampus. You guys have fun. That's it. That's a wrap it. That's episode 1.
Pilot.
Done. That's done. It's over.
Yeah, we're done with the pilot.
It's done. We finished it. It's over. It's done. Yeah.